Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am your host, James Moore Jr., and Merry Father's Day. Part of this week's theme for table topics has to do with being a father. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it. Here are the table topics for the week. It's Monday, and today's table topic is, would you rather be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? I'd rather be a small fish in a big pond. For one, if you're a small fish in a big pond, then that means there's room for you to grow. And when there's room for you to grow, that means there's room for a lot of other things. Room for opportunities. Room for you not to get caught. If you're the big fish in a small pond, you're the only fish they're really gunning for. You're the main trophy. Everybody wants the big fish because the big fish shows you got the skills to catch it. Oh, you forgot about that. It's not about being the big fish and just dominating your area. It's about watching out for the predators, the people that's out to get you. Being a small fish can mean a lot of things. It just means you haven't grown into your environment, into your settings, into who you are meant to be. That small fish can still grow. Unless it's a sardine. Then, that's as big as you're gonna get. But that don't mean you're insignificant. It just means work with what you got. So, to sum it all up, you could be a big fish in a small pond if you want to. Just know you're going to be the main trophy people trying to get when it comes to fishing. If you're the small fish in the big pond, that just means you got room to grow and you got room to roam your environment. That's my table topic for today. I will see y'all on Tuesday. Tuesday's table topic. Tuesday's table topic is, Tuesday's table topic. It is, imagine there's a door in your house that you find. Where does it lead? I find a door that is under the stairs. And when I open this door, wherever I imagine, it takes me there. So when I grab the knob, I imagine that I'm going to Africa. That's a big continent. So let me be more specific. My sister's been to Kenya. She told me how beautiful it is. Well, let's go to Kenya. I turn the knob, I open the door, and I come through a doorway that is in somewhere in Kenya. I guess if I had a magazine or some kind of image that I could see, then I can imagine it and it'll take me exactly there. That's the kind of door that I find in my house. That way, I can go anywhere in the world without having to pay for airfare. The savings. I'm talking about thousands, probably millions, because I would travel every day. Why would I want to stay here? Granted, I want to sleep. How would I get back? Because I'm imagining that the door only works kind of one way, considering when I try to go back through the door that I came through, it's going to be a regular door again. Ooh, I didn't think about that till just now. Well, maybe I'll have to have a key. This reminds me of a movie that I've seen. I have to have a key. That way I could turn any door back into the door of my house. That's how I'm going to make it work. Gotta have a key and a door that has a keyhole. If you don't have a keyhole, I can't do nothing with it, right? Because I'm going to have to make my door in my house have a keyhole. Might just use the front door. Front door would be better. It already has a keyhole. We'll make it work that way. There could be a front door if any place has a front door. Or even a back door. Because a door is a door. It just depends on where it's attached. I'm going everywhere with this question. Basically, it's got to be a door with a key. So that way I can use a key to make my door the door anywhere else in the world. Boom. That's my table topic for today. Woo, that one made me think in the process of talking. So that's why I was a little off. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow for table topics. Let's go. Thursday's table topic is, if I could solve one problem in the world, what would it be? The one problem I would love to solve for this world is no wars. If we're going to have wars, the people who start the wars have to fight. Oh yeah, that way these people that are in these high positions in Congress or presidential positions, they have to be fighters. They have to be warriors. They have to be willing to step into a ring and protect their ideas. We're not going to be sending any more young people into battle to lose their life for something that they aren't even a part of. That's not their war. It's the older people's war. They're the ones that are making these laws, making these rules, and trying to enforce their beliefs on other people who don't believe what they believe. If we want to preserve life on this planet, then the people who cause the wars should either have them a champion or be that champion and step into a ring and fight it out. I'm a big fan of MMA, UFC type fights. Let's keep people alive by fighting in the ring. That way, the country you represent, the people within that country, the young men and women can still keep their lives and support the country that they were willing to die for, but don't have to. That's going to be the problem that needs to be solved so we can preserve life on this planet and still have the right to live the way we want to live in the area that we live in. Boom. Table topic done. That's a serious problem, man. I think I have the greatest solution, though. We all like a good fight. We'll watch that. The world will tune into that. Think about it. Thursday's table topic. Since it's getting close to Father's Day, I thought I'd ask ChatGPT what are some good Father's Day questions to do for a table topic. And one that I chose is, if you could spend a day with your father, what would you do and why? If I could spend a day with my father, I would love to do a lot of the things that he loved to do since he is now deceased. He's been deceased since 2020. So we're going to go back in time, back when he was still a little young and viral. My dad was quite the bowler. He had bowled at least 300 games that I know of. I got the rings upstairs. I loved watching him in his element because at the bowling alley, he was king. Everybody knew who my dad was. Everybody would love to come up and talk to him. Hey, Jim, how you doing? I'm doing just fine, He commanded the alley. Not only did he command the alleyways, he was also an archer. Whenever he took me the couple times we went to go and do archery, because I didn't really care for it, when that string hit your arm, it makes you rethink archery. Painful. But even when he was doing archery, people would come up and speak to him. People just loved my dad. I loved seeing him also play golf. He was a golfer. He was good at it too. I wouldn't say pro, but he gave people a run for their money. People loved to bet my dad in golf. They didn't touch him in bowling as far as betting. Well, there were some, but they was just as good as him. So it was always a good challenge. To watch him be in his element was amazing. I took that for granted when I was a kid. I didn't realize what it was like to watch my dad do the things that he loved. Now that I'm a dad and my daughter looks at me, she needs to see me doing the things that I love. So that way she knows when she gets older, do the things you love. They're going to bring you the most joy. That's my table topic for today. Boom. The next few table topics will be about Father's Day because I'm going to post it on Father's Day. Might as well stick with the theme. See you on Friday. Friday's table topic is, if you could admire one thing about your father, what would it be? The one thing that I admired most about my father is how he could go into a room and everybody wanted to speak to him. Everybody acknowledged his presence. Women loved him and the men admired him. He just had a way of connecting with people. He was a jokester. He would tell some of the corniest jokes, but he always had something that was punchy. He would make you laugh even when you're like, that was corny. He just had a way about being around people and having them wanting to be around him. I remember going to the bowling alley with him. That was one of his favorite things to take me to do whenever he would get visitation rights with me. It was either bowling or miniature golf. But at the bowling alley, as soon as we walk in, the people behind the counter, hey, Jim, how you doing? Good to see you. You want your favorite lanes? Oh, let me tell you about the lanes. We cleaned them. They're a little more wet right now, so the ball's going to hook a little bit more. They would give him all these details about the lanes. He didn't even ask for it. And then other people would come up, hey, Jim, how you doing? Good to see you. You going to be doing this tournament? Or just all kinds of questions. But he was adored by many. That's the one thing I admire most about my father. And I feel like I've kind of embraced that being. I've noticed that I attract people and people are gravitating toward me. I think I learned from him how to be that kind of guy. So that's what I most admire about my father. Table topic done. Father Day is fastly approaching, and I am looking forward to being spoiled. What will you do for Father's Day? Let me know in them comments. Saturday's table topic. If you could give your father any gift in the world, what would it be? The gift that I would give my father is a longer life. My dad died August of 2020. My wife was pregnant with Mia. I really wanted him to meet her. She is her one and only grandchild. My sister doesn't have any kids. She's not planning on having any kids. I really wanted him to meet her. I believe he would have loved to see her grow up. I think my dad secretly wanted grandchildren. He never expressed this to me, but I think deep down inside he did. He wanted to see me go through what he went through with me. So he could be like, yeah, you learn anything yet? You learn anything yet? Because that's how my dad is. He's one of those type of people where he doesn't want to beat it down into you. He'd rather you learn from what you are experiencing. Mia would have loved my dad. He's the kind of guy that loves to play around. He loves to crack jokes. He's not very serious. Not at all. The only time I've ever seen my dad serious was when he was about to beat my butt. Other than that, he was just a big old kid himself. He played sports all the time. He loved to tell jokes. He was just the kind of guy that was fun to be around. I believed him and Mia would have bonded so tight if he was still around to have met her and enjoyed her company. That's the gift I would have gave my dad, a longer life. For him to at least have 10 more years. At least. He was still able to get around. He was still able to bowl, golf in his 80s. So 10 more years would have been nice. That's my table topic for today. It's a touchy one, but hey, some of us don't have our parents anymore. We got to be able to talk about these things and be able to talk about it with a smile. I'll see you tomorrow. Poof. Not too bad, right? Now let's do a table topic for today, Sunday, Father's Day. The table topic is, what does it mean to be a father to me? What does it mean to be a father to me? Well, I believe being a father means being present for the child's life. My father wasn't always there. He was a very busy man. He worked second shift at an aircraft company for majority of my life. And then he also was very active in sports such as bowling, archery, golf. And then he also had clubs that he was a part of, like the Shriners and Freemasons and a few other things. The man was barely around. But when he was around, he still wasn't always present. It wasn't like I could go and talk to my dad like I wanted to. But when I did get the chance to speak to him, we had some decent conversations. As I got older, as an adult, that changed. I had a closer relationship with him. And that's what I feel like I should be now to my daughter. She's only 4. She needs me to be present. She needs me to be there to show her a lot. Because right now, she's at the perfect age to be able to soak up information like a sponge. And I'm going to load her with a lot of it. That's what I believe being a father means. It's being present and being willing to do the hard things that you're supposed to do. Boom! Table topic done. I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my channel and my growth. I did an open mic last night. Oh yeah, stepping outside the Toastmasters realm and into the other world, the real world, as the Matrix would say. It was nice. I didn't do as good as I hoped I would, but that's only in my mind. Everyone else was like, that was great. You know how it goes. I will be doing more open mics and other stages because I do want to tell stories. I feel like it's a way for me to express myself that everyone can enjoy. Thank you for being here on my channel. I will be telling a story next week, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for your time, and until next time, peace.